Welcome to UrbanHood, your learning platform. Urban Food Alliance services the needy in our neighborhoods.
Disclaimer to make sure you understand everything we are sharing is all educational purpose only. Hopefully, we will share with you some of the trading ideas, and this is our opinion and trading ideas only. We expect you to do your own due diligence and research before you invest in the stock market. Now that that's over, let's get back with something that I want to have people some understanding. How many of you know the difference between growth stock and hyper growth stock? There is no right and wrong answer. Anybody can chime in. What's your understanding of that?
I believe, yeah, go ahead, Vikas.
No, I mean, I had not heard the term hyper growth stocks, but if I have to classify two companies, I would say maybe Apple and Tesla. That's what I understand. My first idea would be.
That's a very good example you gave here, Vic. Yeah. If you would look at a company, Apple and then Tesla. So usually growth stock, we know that company already did very well and they are looking into long term. And today they might be trading with a higher multiple, sometimes on the multiple PE ratio fundamental, those who understand fundamentals, knowing the strong cash, strong management team, and strong product and services, they might be today operating higher than their competitors, where the hyper growth is the other way, that they're going much higher than competitors like Tesla. What example you gave? Tesla, if you look at Tesla, that they are in EV market, they are in battery market, multiple other market. But if you'd be looking at actually, just let me share my screen. That might also help to have others to understand a little bit. So Tesla is, today if you have been looking Tesla, look at what's happening with the Tesla, growing much higher than regular price, fundamental, I have to get the screen, ready, it's financial. Yes, Tesla is a company in the hyper growth company. The reason because they are trading much higher than multiples, but they are looking, those who is investing in Tesla, they are looking in the future that that this company is more momentum than real the current price today compared with Apple, and where they not only have a good value to this market, in future market also they have a value, but they are growing, the Tesla is growing is much higher than the other one. So sometimes fundamental is not going to work out. You see my desktop, right?
Yes, we do.
So this is why if you look at it today, even this is fundamental, where the Yahoo Finance, their internal, this data is not free. So if anybody has access to Yahoo, you can see that, but you'll not be able to get it free. If you want this information, you'd have to pay it. But since we have paid account, that we can see that okay, this rate overvalued, but at the same time, what are they saying? This information also you're seeing on the right side. You can see if you can get it free. But some of this stuff is free, some of the stuff you don't get free. But look at it. What happened? August, September, October, November. All of these each month, you're saying, look, more and more of their analysts is saying, okay, this is strong buy, hold. And the others is like, you don't see too many of this sell. But still, all of them are giving that thumbs up, saying it's a higher, it's a buy than sell, right? So at least although it's overvalued, so that time is still you ask from all those experts, what do you think? And should I be buying that? And they said, no, do not sell, buy it if you can. But what do we do? As an investor trader, we buy low, sell high. So you look for opportunities when these stocks pull back. That's when you buy. But that's where sometimes, when we come in the midday, we find out what are the good opportunities. But knowing is this a good timing to buy, that's a different discussion. We can go and talk about it in another time. But for now, just know and understand growth stock is like what you said. That stock with growth, comparing last year to this year, they have good growth. At the same time, they are not growing as fast as some other companies where they don't have enough value today, but in future, the investors are investing based on the future. Because if you compare Tesla with, let's say, Ford, look at Ford in the market. Ford also is going to be in the same market, but look at the fundamental about Ford. Ford is overvalued. It's today, but at the same time, Ford has a much higher infrastructure, the value comparing what Tesla has, right? Market cap also, look at 35 billion Ford market cap, but at the same time, all the analysts of Ford, strong buy, hold, underperform. Only two of them says underperform, but none of them says sell. But all of them is saying it's a good. But if you look at fundamental says overvalued. So what do? Do you think about today looking at this price versus if you look at Ford 6 months ago, look at where I was Ford, $6, $8, $7. Now is this. So sometimes technical just can give you a little bit information that where the fundamental doesn't. But you and I as an investor will look for the hyper growth stock where it's a good company, solid company, long term is going to pay a much higher return than the other competitors. Okay, so you want to get a higher value than what it is comparing other stocks. So no growth stock, hyper growth stock. But this is one of those you kind of have to decide. Hey, you believe in this company, you might say, okay, I'm going to take it. It's a growth stock, but at the same time, in the same business, Tesla is hyper growth. Make sense, guys?
Yep.
Yep, that's all. So the other thing today, before I give the floor to Raman to want to share with you guys, let's say even this BRM, this stock I'm looking at, Broom, and look at this. Today's their earnings came back up. Earnings was not bad, but market didn't like it. It's just going down. Look at last couple of days. It's sitting there, lagging here, but it's ready to come back up, around 39 range. Now it's 36 range. So we look for opportunities, right? This is a good one that you can keep an eye on it. This company, look at it not too long ago, August, it was $73. And we know that it's a new IPO company and $53. So it's going to turn around. So keep an eye on this one, okay? And then if you feel we might give signal. Now I'm buying some stock. I bought some not option stock, but if it goes down more, I'll buy more. But it's if you look at that when they came in IPO, it's almost like their IPO price was around 47 to the day they came in, 41 range. But look at now, this is below IPO price. It's a very good price to keep that in your long-term portfolio. Okay, so that's we are looking, as we said, we are looking for a sell. It's a good sell, and keep an eye for long term. That's one of the one. Another one I want to show you SPG that I'm buying. SPGs, I know many people are. We need to start looking at diversify our portfolio. Look at their earnings came in. On earnings at some point right before earnings, it just gapped up. It came up here. Earnings did well. Came back up. Now is it pulled back a couple of days and it's started to come back up again. So what do you do at the time like that? Today I'm not going to buy as SPG, but I'm watching it. If it again pull back, I'm going to add this real estate something diversify in my portfolio. So we are not all going in one sector. We are putting our money in multiple sectors. All right. So these two. And I think at some point, and many of you already saw that, we shared this Shopify. Look at Shopify. What happened? Earnings came in, did good. It pulled back. But last 2 days, our Shopify is ready to come back up again. So it had a big jump. So I know that when we started sharing this information, some people took that short based on some of the paid services that where we get this information not only like out of the magic. We have a paid information. There are other people just give us information, and then we digest it, and then sometimes we modify where we based on our risk level. We say this is go after this trade. Okay. So here, look, if some from the paid information also sometimes they give risky option. Some people took risky option this Friday. If somebody have taken those option trade that we shared, that you could get 5x return. At the same time, we always say risk in it, you can get also lose all the money. So that's why we do not recommend anybody play lotto or go after any risky trades. But on Shop, it has a huge jump. Look at from 906 today. It did very good, almost like 40 points up. If you look at a daily map on Shop, 35-40 jump it did on the upside. Okay, so that's something and so today we shared earlier. And the other thing I want to talk about, if you can zoom and this coronavirus stock. We did mention before, look at the because of all the vaccine news coming out, we have a newer vaccine also coming in the market, which is good. But what will happen, these stocks are it's already way overpriced than what it is today. But the nature of business, everything changed. Can it go back to where it was before when we got it? Like you look at 560 and above 600. Can Zoom go there? What's your opinion? Just like I want to hear from other people. Do you think it's going to go back this price model? Or not too long ago, when was that? October 19. It was 560, 573. Zoom.
It will not, sorry, this is Bajwa, it will not go, I think, back to that price, but it will remain in between because people are used to, and the style of the business has been already shifted due to COVID. Mm-hmm. So I hope it will go up.
Okay, that's one perspective. How about others?
This is Cindy. I feel that there will always be people out there speculating and wanting to make a profit, that there may be people just driving it up and then selling it quickly. And it'll be like up and down, making it volatile so they can take profit. I think there'll be people like that.
Look at their market cap, $120 billion market cap, right? And look at that, what's the analysts say in November, they didn't add, but September, let's say Yahoo analyst, it's all like out of 29, 8 of them is strong buy, hold, 15 of them are now hold, and they're not a single sell. So here it does look like on the fundamental side, they are saying, okay, just like the others, this is a hyper growth stock. And they're saying it's overvalued, but at the same time, it's a good buy. So the question is this going to go high? And nobody knows. But that's something, let's see that, what the Morningstar is telling us. So Zoom. So Morningstar also similar is going to come back to overrated, overvalued. You say 171%, but this is trading based on today's market. They're not strictly fundamental. They are not looking at that all the coronavirus and what's happening with the current economy, right? Current situation. So what I would say that if you'd be looking at
visit our website,
and then decide it is going to come back.
And join our community at meetup.com.
You never know.
And look for financial
look
freedom
at last time
for you.
When they had their
Thank
earnings.
you.
Look
and
at when is their earnings going to come out. This December 4th is their earnings coming up. Last time they had earnings, their earnings was this. 320 others. After earnings, you look at where they have the growth, how fast it grew, and from there it went down. But since then, if you look at long term, it's going higher and higher. But even the day earnings came in 446 to this, it stayed within that range, 446 over 400, right, and 437. So now it's sitting right. It's not even coming close to where it was before earnings came in. And so look at this one. What do you think is going to happen? Just look at that. Earnings came in, go up. This happened in June. Go up. And from here, it went up. It did not go down. So, and it started, Zoom started capitalizing, knowing that this is the coronavirus related stock. At the same time, it disrupted the market, how all this video communication training happens. Even dictionary, World Dictionary is looking into add Zoom whenever it comes to looking at webinar or virtual meeting, one word, just like Google or internet search, Google is the one people get it. Same way, webinar, Zoom is the one people comes in. Consumer, their stuff is everybody now, let's Zoom it, Zoomify, and all those things is talking about. So based on what it is, its trend is your friend, and the momentum, it has the momentum. I don't think this stock is going to go. It's going to go back to like what you did. I do think that this is an opportunity for to keep it in portfolio. When these earnings coming in, you are going to see that it's going to go back. No, because Biden is coming back up, and when Biden comes up, more shutdown going to happen. Then Zoom is going to go higher. So those who is not taking advantage of this, take advantage of it, buy low, sell high, whenever it is. But I'm not saying buy today. If it come back to below 400, we have been telling you to buy that. Look, Peloton, I know people is still that waiting to get there. They have one Peloton, they like it so much, they say, oh, I need another one because it does. I need another. So people love that the whole experience. In the past, it used to be always like a fancy treadmill. But when we look at lockdown, even though lockdown doesn't happen, it's adding a lot of capability. That way people get comfortable with it. They say, hey, it's a good thing. It makes them more healthier and more active. Peloton is going to come back wherever price was before, like 120 range. Now look at Peloton is at 105 range. So it is demand and supply. The much higher demand than supply is out there. So this stock today, vaccine happens, all this is going to come in. It's not only just work from home kind of stock or corona related stock. They are adding more and more capability. So I do think that this stock going to turn around. While it's at a low price, consider adding some. I'm not saying go too much crazy, but this is another stock that you can keep in your portfolio. Okay. That's this. And same thing if you look at those in a Doku is like it's ridiculous. Some of this stock. Look at Doku, when earnings coming in and Doku, their earnings always does not work in their favor. But look, right before earning, Doku was in around 200 to this range. But today Doku is to 220 range coming back. It's a very good price to get it, the price level is sitting at. And the earnings coming in, you don't have to sit. The earnings come back when? December 4th, same time. You can always to sell it before earnings come in, but buy low, sell high. It's a good stock to keep it. And nowadays, if you look at any contract or anybody even do something legal, it's all Doku. Do you have the Doku? That so this is another stock that you might want to at least consider keeping it for your long term. And this this one does not jump as much as other. It's a growth. It's falling within both growth stock, hyper growth stock. Okay. And you see the technical already tells you, gives you alert here. It's coming. It's ready to come back up. Okay, how's everyone else doing so far? Any questions? What I covered, and Raman is also here. Raman, if you want to share a few things, you're welcome to share. And then I can get back again with some of the few more things I have in mind that I want to share with folks.
Sure. I'll let people speak.
Before that, let's ask people, and if people have any questions, and we'd like to hear from you guys. Guys, we want to make it a little bit more interactive. That way, we want to know what's on your mind, so we can help you. And before, also, I want to let you know, if you are in New Jersey this weekend, we have a breakfast meetup in South Brunswick. And before, in the past, also those who joined, you saw that we maintained that this social distancing. We cannot have more than 20 people, and inside and outside we're going to be staying. Last time we had more than 20, then we stayed outside, and then we kind of used inside space and outside space, maintain the distance, and everybody use the mask. So join us if you are in New Jersey, and we had people come from New York also. Okay, and all the details are on our meetups and on the website. Somebody is going to post a link also here soon. Go ahead, Raman. Floor is yours. I'll take a quick drink break, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, I have actually two names dialed in from my laptop and my phone. So if you can make both of them as host, that'll be great.
Oh, so Raman, if that means you cannot talk, it's like we are all in silent. What's happening?
Yeah, no, I guess, could you please make me the host?
Did I not make you a host?
There's one more connection.
There is one more, Raman. So make both of them. I'm dialing from two different, laptop and my phone. So.
Okay. See, Raman Singh. I see only one.
Mushi, there's one more right at the bottom.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Mushi.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Just want to check if somebody have any particular question for any particular ticker. We can have a look at it. Are we watching anything? Any
Tesla?
specific Tesla? Who's that? Mark? Excellent. Tesla. Okay, we discussed about it yesterday. I think Aziz was there. I think Tesla is at a good breaking point. It has a really good momentum. It's going to go up and down. But again, as I said, I'm not playing it. I'm already into it. But I'm not running after it right now. So Tesla has a good support around 497. I guess if it can break above 502 again, it will have good momentum. But I think if you look at today, all the tech sector is doing kind of okay. So I don't think it's going to go down, but it is too risky if you're not into it. If you're already into it, you can look into, depending upon you have a call, long-term call or a short-term call. If you have a short-term call, I'll probably take profit. If you have a long-term call, you may want to cut it down to half and then, at least enjoy the profit which you already gained. But I personally am not running behind it. So I'm not making any new trades on Tesla. It does have a good momentum, though. All the EV sectors we know, I think there's another one, FS Fisker. They all have good momentum behind them. All the hydrogen or all these non-fossil fuel, non-traditional vehicles, they all have good momentum behind them. So Tesla is purely based on SPY inclusion right now. Yeah. So Mark, I'm not sure if you give me a context, I can probably answer it better. Like, are you already in the position?
I mean, I already own 10 shares still.
Okay.
I mean, I've made money on it in the past, but I took profit and I've kept 10 shares.
Yeah, if it's shares, I would I would just keep them, depending upon where you bought it. Let's say, I'm assuming you bought it around 405, 410, right? I'm assuming. So,
Well, let's see. I bought it at why am I not seeing it? Wait, it depends what screen you're looking at, what you see. I bought it at 427, these particular shares. What did you say?
so 427, I said 408. So
Yeah, it's a little bit higher, but I'm up 16%.
yeah, that's a good profit to have. I mean, it pays. It's really good. And can it come back? Of course it can. When something goes like this so high, it will come back. But if it comes down, I will say don't sell it. Either you keep it and just sit on it for next few months, right? But don't panic if it comes down, because it may not come back to 427 again unless there is a drop in the whole market, right? So at that point, you may add more. So 10 shares, if it's not taking too bigger of your portfolio, which I don't think so, so I would just keep it, or you can sell half of them. It's totally up to you. I mean, even if you sell half of them, it's a good profit, right? Profit is profit. So
yeah, it would be right now I'm up 686.
yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, if you take half off and let half run, so
But I could, the question really is which way. It's a difficult question. It's a volatile stock, and which way might it move?
I know. I wish I had that.
You see anything on the chart that indicates it could have legs up?
Well, it has a good momentum. I see that. There is a good momentum. There's good volume. If you see here, right here, there's good volume. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So today also there's a good volume. It's still above the average volume. You see how this average line is? It's a 20-day moving average for the volume. Today's volume, we're still not done for the day. We're still a couple of hours left, right? And it's above the average volume and still keep on pushing up. So it has momentum. It may go up, but before it goes up, it will come down. It will cool off a little bit.
Yeah,
but if you have stocks, I will not worry about it. But if you want to take profit, sell half of them, keep half of them, be happy with it. And then, you can enter again once it comes down. So, and this is the problem I also have every day. Every time I look at my stocks which go high, what should I do? Should I sell them? Should I not? Because if I sell them, oh man, now I have to run behind it if it goes up. So I wish I have the crystal ball to tell you where it goes. Yeah. But if you have stocks, I will not get worried about it. I mean, calls are different. I mean, those calls you want to take profit as soon as you can. So, so that
stocks. Yeah. So this is stocks are different, but I mean, if I think just, more context is just that, in the very long term, I think it's a good company.
Right.
So I think it'll eventually go back. The question is to really maximize your profits. If you're your thinking is, well, I could maybe make more money if I know when to swing. This is even with stock, not just with options. If I kind of know when to get in and out. We've had some really good trades at UrbanHood on some things that have gone up and down and back up and down, like Blink, the BLNK. That one has made some big moves up and then came down, and you could buy it lower. At the same time, it's about twice as much now as it was a couple of months ago. So if you had bought it and held it, you also would have done well. And I guess, that comes to a bigger question, is like, how much room does the market have to keep hitting, new record highs, given, what's going on? I mean, with the virus and the effect on the economy, I just find it perplexing. So, Any any insights are always appreciated.
Sure. No, I think those are very genuine questions, and each one of us struggle with those questions when we look at our portfolio, and especially looking at stocks like Tesla, Nvidia, right? You always look at these stocks and you're like, oh, man, it's so up. What do I do? Should I sell it? I face the same questions every day going in my, they just keep asking to myself, what should I do? But so here's the point. You said a good point. What happened with Blank? Go ahead.
Raman,
Yes.
like we mentioned, we remind each other all the time, buy low, sell high, right? Today, Tesla, did you buy it? No, this is not the price you buy. We know the long time. We talked about Tesla even yesterday. Aziz mentioned every day when we do midday talk, we bring up stock like Tesla. Within Tesla, when it was below 460, many times I mentioned, you watch this number 460. If it goes up, it's ready to explode, right? And then it did. Now it's sitting there. Now, can it go down higher? We know that there are some so analysts saying, oh, Tesla 540, same thing they have done with Amazon and all this big cap and stock, it can go so high. But this is like going after FOMO. But those who bought Tesla when it went down to below 400, like I said, I sold Tesla before. Now I have some long term. I'm holding on. If it goes back to again 400 range, 400 below 410, below some number I have in my mind, I'm going to buy back Tesla. But when it came back up, I sold it. You do not have to empty out all of them. You keep doing this kind of trade. Buy low, sell high. Look at it. Open up Baidu, B-I-D-U.
Baidu.
And this is something I want to tell you guys. Anybody is looking to do it, watch this stock. This stock I made very good money, and still constantly I'm doing this. This stock trading within the range. It stayed long time below 130. So then when it came back after 130, it jumped up to 140 and above for a long time. Then whenever it goes above 140, I sell. When it comes back to below 140, I buy. Right? Like today, like even if you open up a weekly chart on this one, you'll see that it touched 147.48. This Baidu. So whenever it's stock like this, it range it's good, and it goes up and down. You buy it. Like it's the time today to buy it, and then I'm going to sell it whenever it goes to again 145.46. So you do not have to go all the time, too many stocks. So keep an eye on stocks like this. Whenever it pull back, buy low, sell high. That falls the same strategy. Okay. Those who is in gold members, that you guys saw that NNDM. We bought NNDM when it was 3.5 range. Today it went to 5.5 at some point. Said let's sell it, but I'm not telling you sell it all. Sell some, and then whenever it dips $4, you'll buy it. So this is what the nature of trading. Because we do not know when to sell. Most of the people are what I see that struggling with the buying part. That's the moment I buy it, it just keep going down and down. Because the moment it goes up, you are becoming greedy. Oh, maybe it can go higher. Maybe it can go higher. It can go down too. Profit is profit, no matter how small it is, right? You guys all agree?
Yeah, that's true.
So that's what as a trader or the investor, short term, long term, you need to do. So I'm struggling. No, there's nothing one is nothing. Yes, everybody's struggling same time. There is no magic formula. This Tesla can go down. Even Tesla moves so fast. Tomorrow, one bad news coming in, you are going to see Tesla is below to 450. So if you are at profit with Tesla today, there you have no reason to sell some Tesla. I'm not asking you to sell all of them. Got that? Hopefully it gives you some perspective. So Mark and others, I do not know when.
I mean, I understand, the idea taking profit. You don't know whether it'll go up or down. So you don't, you take your profit. You can't be greedy or have regret. But I think, and I've heard this said or read this, that when you say buy low, sell high, that it's easier to know when to buy. To, even though it might go lower, it's like easier to know that it's a good dip to enter into, even though no guarantee what'll happen. I find that it's harder to know, when to sell, like what sell high actually, how to quantify that, because I think it's a little more difficult.
Right.
Sometimes it's obvious with some of these smaller stocks, they run up so much so fast that they're getting overbought. So in those cases, you might say it's going to pull back, so I'll take some
Mark,
profit.
let's talk this in our during the training session. For now, there are other people also may have a question and telling me in private. So let's continue. Like we said, this is the part. There is a constant learning. We are helping what we know. We know and what we are finding, and some of the things that we are saying, as I was telling you, that when is the buy low. I shared some of the ticker earlier, and Raman is sharing the best what he knows, and let's let him share whatever he has, and then maybe from other people, if you have any ticker that you'd like to take a look, please put it on the chat line, and then we'll review together. But we want you to tell us why you want us take a look at it. Okay?
Right. And it should be as detailed as Mark was, right? I mean, he told us how he bought the stocks and what price he bought. I think this just helps us to give you a good answer if you do that. So, if you're putting something like that, that'll be great. Let's see. I think we have some folks asking about TQQ, please. Right. Okay, TQQ. Ahmed, why are you asking about TQQ? Can you give us some context and speak up, please? Thank you.
That's the NASDAQ 3 times index. So I had invested in a while back. I was just wondering what the outlook is, maybe in the short term.
Yeah, I mean, you can see some drawings on my screen right now. It seems to be at a good support right now. 141 is probably a good support. I mean, I guess last week it was around 130, right? So it's not at its lowest point right now. And considering the lockdowns, so there are two things going on right now, right? I mean, I'm talking not just from technical perspective, but from fundamental perspective also, and how the market is right now. We know Pfizer and Moderna may get their approval somewhere in week of December 8th, right? At the same time, we have these lockdowns going on. So there's a push and pull on both the sides. So NASDAQ may see a little pullback, but eventually will come out. So, but if you're long-term on NASDAQ, you can get in if you want, but then just stay in. Don't sell them. I will not buy calls, but if you want to buy stocks, you can go that route. But calls, I'm not going to go get into calls for TQQ right now. They have really high premium, if that's what your question was. The premium on TQQ is too high. So you will burn a lot of dollars if it doesn't move. Does it make sense?
Yeah, from the upside perspective, is there anything you can predict in the next 2 weeks or so?
Well, if there's a push, right, I could see 156 is a good resistance, right? So it is 145. So there's a good push of $4 or $5 at least, which can happen, 4 or 5 points. But it's totally depend upon, NASDAQ, how the market behaves, how market takes the vaccine news, and which it's going to take maybe after Thanksgiving, because at that point, it'll start building up and brewing, okay, the approval is coming. Because market will celebrate the approval for sure. But as I said, calls on TQQ, they have, I mean, I play TQQ, but on the other side, I don't buy calls for TQQ because they have really high IV. So I don't go that route.
Thank you.
But nobody can tell which direction it's going to go. It's sitting at it's close to a good support level. If you see that right here, 142. So if it comes back to 142, which yesterday it came down to 143 at close, right? And today morning it bounced from 142. If you see that right here.
Raman,
Yes.
if you do not mind, can you stop sharing and let me share this TQQ? I know this is a lot of people have the same issue. So you see my desktop, right?
Yep.
So this is for what for TQQ you are looking at. I'm looking at a 1 hour chart because short term. I heard you, Ahmed, you mentioned about next 2 weeks. Nobody can tell next week what's going to happen. Okay. Because please, knowing that market is so volatile, anything could happen upside or downside, TQQ. But based on what we see, this kind of session, we do technical analysis. And within here, what Raman did in a day chart, you can see that at day chart, some point, one of the November 9, which is the last way, is about 2 weeks ago or some point, it keeps going down, like big sellout happened here on that day. I think that time whenever all this, the news about the vaccine came up, is that people are getting back to normal. That's when big sell happened. From them, people thought, okay, not the other business, cyclical business and small business, they are suffering. So the high growth stock are going to be suffering, means that they're selling out, going after those kind of stock. But look at that happen what the following day, is on even more down. Then slowly it's trying to recover, right? That's the day chart. Now, here, this is like next 2 weeks, if we are hearing that, states are shutting down, New York and others are shutting down, hence the technology stock is going to come in. When technology, NASDAQ comes back, of course, when NASDAQ goes up, this TQQ goes up. It's more bullish. But look at that hourly chart, what we saw. It came down. If it's like right now, next hour, if you look at the chart, if you see that if it goes above 147 TQQ, then you know that next step is it has to be above to 147. If it goes the end of the day, you are going above, then it's going up. If it stays today when it closed, the resistance goes out here, next support is here. You see this is support, this is the resistance. This support is like 143 range we are seeing. If it closed today below 143, today at some point, then you will see that TQQ is going down. So you need to look into the downside and upside. And on upside, the second target is like 148. If it goes, it stays above 147, 48, TQQ is going up tomorrow. Okay. Your second one is 142. If it goes down 143, then 142, then it can go down more. Hopefully that gives you an idea. Whenever just look at short term, don't look at what's going to happen in next 2 weeks. Nobody knows. Look at what's going to happen tomorrow and Monday.
And so you're looking at a 1 hour candle duration,
yes.
And it's going back.
By looking at 1 hour, and then there are some indicator stuff is more bearish than bullish. You see that this is going down, then people use MACD and all the others, But sometimes other indicator is good, but even looking at this cylinder tells you more buyer coming in, seller taking profit, seller taking, bear is taking over. But at the end of the day, one big candle, this candle is taking over. So before it goes to the more bullish side, it has to, you have to have enough buyer that's going to push, go over, closing over this price. Otherwise, more seller than buyer. So it's demand and supply, right, Ahmed?
Yeah.
So this visually, forget about all the other fancy things. This kind of tell you what's gonna happen in next few hours, what's gonna happen tomorrow. then you can see. And all the other news you're hearing, the shutting down these states, that states, that also affects. But at the end of the day, so your eye tells you, are we bullish or are we the bear market? Now, by looking at this, now help me to understand, what do you see? Is this bullish or bear? Who is controlling this price right now?
Bear.
Bear, right? Exactly. So you don't need any genius indicator to tell you what's going to happen. So now then look at the next hour. Next hour, what's going to happen? If next hour it goes to 147, yep. And then if it goes down this, then the bear is taking over. Because until it goes, because it has to go past next few hours, we still have another 2.5 hours market open. If it does not go over 147, bear is in control, then bull, right? Then you'll be able to predict tomorrow based on this what's gonna happen. Hopefully that gives you some perspective. How do we decide what's gonna happen? Your chart doesn't lie; it's right in front of you what's happening. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. So you are coming this weekend, right, Ahmed? Last time we saw you came in.
For the class, right?
No, this weekend we are doing meetup again that restaurant.
I'll have to. I mean, depends on how things go, but yeah, I'll try
Yes,
to.
would like to see you and your friend and others came in. Would like to see you guys, especially New Jersey guys, be in person, so we get to see each other. All right?
Yep, sure. Thank you.
Yeah, this weekend we'll do a Saturday. We have a meetups in person at the restaurant, and same thing we're going to do inside and outside. We'll combine ourselves and just do some networking and face-to-face talk.
Definitely. Thank you.
Yeah. How about others? We have a few more minutes. And Raman, I did not want to steal the thunder from you. I just wanted to make sure that others sees. And how do we know next how do we predict? At the same time, hope you'll also learn with us. Our goal is in others also. Please do share what do you know, because this is how we grow.
I think there are a couple of more tickers in the chat box. One is space.
And T-Doc.
T-Doc.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to take it or you want me to take it?
I can take it. That's fine.
Yeah, go ahead.
Where is my... Share my screen. Share. Okay, since I'm already in T-Doc.
While I was talking to you, I did a trade. I bought Baidu. My Baidu got executed. I want to get some more Baidu.
Okay, I will let you do the space and I'll do the Baidu trade. Okay, so I'll do the T-Doc. I really like this stock, and the reason I'll tell you why. It's if you look at it, I mean, there's so many lines on this. This is a daily chart, and if you look at this chart tells you how T-Doc works in a trading range. So it has this good trading range from 186 to, let's say, 230-ish, 240-ish, right? And before that, I say the first staging layer, right? That is around, starts from 150 to 185. That's the second trading range. So yesterday or today morning, it actually crossed the 186 support level, which was a very, very important resistance for T-Doc. So I think T-Doc has some momentum to go up. It's a good stock. I bought some when it was down to 170-ish, I guess. So, and Mushi has been saying that T-Doc is a good stock. It's a good fundamental stock. And if you look at the history of this stock, it was kind of around 150 before COVID happened. So it's not like it's too off from where it was originally when the COVID happened. So I will look at those, although I don't know the context of why you asked about T-Doc. So if somebody wants to share, whosoever asked, what's the context, why you're asking about T-Doc, I think I could probably answer accordingly.
Yeah. This is me, Surinder. I got from some analysis, some from two friends. I got like this is a good stock. So I got around price of 180, and 2 weeks ago it went to around 200 plus, and again when vaccine news came, that time the stock fall down. So again,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's going to work. So in next 2 weeks, you might still see once the vaccinations are approved, right? You might see another downturn on T-Dog. Right now, you're seeing upside on all the COVID stocks, Zoom, T-Dog, because of the lockdowns and all that. So I would say, look at the levels. Right now, it's at 189. I think 190, 200 is another good resistance for T-Dog. So if it keeps the momentum, if you see the volume keep coming in, hold on to it. And after that, I have seen personally 217, 211, and then 217. These are good resistance for T-Dog. So you can take some profits at 200 if you want, and let the runners run, and then take some more profit at 211 and then 217. That's how I will take it, depending upon how it goes. Does it help?
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Sure. All right, space. Okay. So space, I know somebody asked about it. I don't see any context in the chat for the space. So whosoever asked, I'm going to look into it once you share some information about space. Vikas, do we know who asked that question about space? I can check it, by the way.
Yeah, it's Manzoor.
So Manzoor, do you mind sharing? Else we'll skip it.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry that I was, I was holding this for a while. So, like it's around, pretty much in the same, price where I bought it about a few months back. Now it came back. I don't know whether I should hold it or sell off,
Right. So that's a good point. So honestly, I've never traded space, but that's what I would say. So it is actually at a point where normally it's a good resistance point. So did you buy it here at 24 previously?
Yeah, I bought it around 24 something. Yeah.
Okay.
20.
So
about a couple of months back, when it was shooting up.
Yeah.
Because I remember at that time when I was putting, it was giving the target price around 30. So I bought it, but then it never, shooted up.
So maybe you bought it in July, I guess, is it? Because that's the point it went up.
Yeah, June last or July something, a couple of months back.
June. Okay. All right. Okay. So, this time it has some good momentum, but watch out for this level, 24.15. I think that's a very important level to watch out for. If it can break out of this level, then it'll go up and, your trade could become positive. So watch out for this level.
To break the 24?
24.15.
Okay.
It went, you see that? Today morning, if you look at the daily...
Yeah, just close, but then it's pulled back, yeah. It's
yes,
now
so, yeah, because that's very strong resistance for this particular stock. So you might have to watch out. Look at the volume which is coming in. And, nobody can tell how it's going to play out. Nobody can tell. You can look at probably like a 5-minute chart or a 15-minute chart and see how the volume is coming. If you look at today's volume, right, it has good volume coming in right here, 2 big bars.
Yeah, it's kind of bounced back,
Right. And then it hit that ceiling again and came back. And now if you go back to the daily chart, you see that right here, it hit the ceiling again. It was in, let's see, it was on October 20th, right? Same problem, right? Hit the ceiling, came all the way down. So ideally, right? And again, it comes back to sell high, buy low. Since it came down, maybe this was a time to buy it again to average your cost. And then you would have been in a profit the moment it crossed this. And, you could have sold it right here. So learning lesson, right? So
No, I mean, it happens. It's like if I sell it, probably I'm kind of like a break-even point,
Yes. Yeah. No, I'm saying once it comes down, right? When it comes down, when it was at this point, try to buy it at this point again, right? So you average your cost.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, because looks like that's the range it likes, right? It has done 2-3 times. Look at that. This keeps on going in this range. So I would say if you want to get out, I would say it's get out 50%. Keep 50%. If it goes down, then just buy more of those 50% which you already sold, and then you average your cost.
I didn't sell, so I was just
right. Yeah. So you need to buy at this point, right? Because that seems to be very, very strong support around 70-ish, 16, 17 area, right? And then sell it around this area. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else?
Yeah, I think we've covered all from the chat line, and it's been an hour also. So
Yeah, Raman, I think we did cover everything we wanted.
Okay, then I will do the Baidu trade now. Thank you.
All right. Do the way. It's time for you to take advantage of Baidu. Okay. And if you can stop sharing, there's something else quick I want to
By the way, Baba looks like Baba is waking up.
Oh man, so don't jinx it. I was ready to make a prayer. That's okay. You guys see my desktop, right?
Yes.
So those who joined our real estate class that you know that we have on UrbanHood.org, please make sure that you watch the videos. I have many people asking me why I did not know, or I have my job and I do not have time. But how do I get these videos? We share that these kind of sessions, many videos here on our YouTube. So subscribe the YouTube channel on UrbanHood. You're going to go see that. And here, sign up for a real estate class. Yeah, I started posting the video on the real estate class. Those who signed up the class, as you can see, when you go there, this class we are going to charge very high price for this class. But big reason because some of the content we got from the paid service, there I had to pay this much money to get the content from them. So I figured, since we are going to offer this with our members and some high value training, and then later on, this is going to be much higher price. But for now, everyone who joined the class, you will get that free that you do not have to pay for it. It's free. Just sign up, and the link is sitting there. Our next class is going to be this coming Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern. All right, 9 p.m. and 6 Pacific. And then the meetups the links are sitting here. If you go to here, you should be seeing all the meetups. But I was surprised that none of the volunteers was able to post the link here. But please go and do this. I'm expecting others also come out. When you go there, click on it, you'll see the networking meetup New Jersey. If you click on it, and then what are we going to do in the meetups? This time we added more content to give you some ideas what we do when you come in, just eat and go. No, I see that in the community, a lot of people are having issues with the career. So we figure maybe we can share a few things, what we know. It's all like lifelong lessons. It's book knowledge is going to help you to get the job. But then the street knowledge or some of the real experience knowledge going to help you. How can you expedite your success? So career related, we'll have some people have it with business idea. Many times people come ask me, and then I figure why not? Okay, come in and tell me what's the idea you have. Then we can share with you what we know, and then maybe what do you want to go get there, right? So startup related, any kind of business idea, somebody has a business idea, or I have my business is not growing, any ideas, we can do it. One of the things you can see, many of you know that I'm running a lot of different community, lawyers, CPA, and even I have a group that where we do the jokes, like family-friendly jokes. Sometimes it's good to have some laugh. But then I just started creating a WhatsApp group for a while. Then it grew so high. Then it's okay. It's now we cannot maintain WhatsApp. We're going to put it in Telegram. But the things like different type of community I'm running. But at the end, the real estate related, stock market related. So it's not like all stock. We do different. Then we know in the community people just got I just got laid off. So if you get laid off, within our community, I know there are people that you own a business. You might be looking a skill that somebody's already within our communities need that skill. So why not we help each other? So those type of thing we do during this kind of in-person plus virtuals. Hopefully that gives you an idea and the time, and then people, okay, how do I get there? People always ask me question. So we started looking at FAQ. You can see that, and then people say, okay, how much it is? $15. When we go in Panera or we meet in the Panera or local diner, it charges us more than $15-20 because what we the dinner and the coffee and then juice and all this stuff. But here you have a desi breakfast. When I said there's an Indian breakfast, plus you have American breakfast. So it's like it's not and non-meat. We do not have non-meat means we do not have any of this meat, but somebody wants it, you can get that. Doesn't matter. But we are catering everybody's need in this buffet. It's a buffet style. They don't even push us out. You have to leave within certain time. So we have people that they stay till they don't want to leave, right? So join us if you are in New Jersey, New York area. We have people, and then same thing happened with Dallas, and then Chicago. The team is Chicago and other states also doing the same thing. So this way, we build our own kind of circle where we have a lot of common and we learn from each other and we give back. And all we are asking that if you make money anyway, help donate to our charity so we can support others. All right. That's what I wanted to make sure that you guys who is locally, please join us and hopefully you learn something. And tomorrow we are not going to have session. And then Sunday we'll have the session like a regular session. And those who is our gold members, I had a couple people told me I did not know that, you have this gold member, what it is and what happens. That we'll share some more insight with others during the days. But gold members, if you join our gold member, that now on, we decided that if you are for yearly paid members, then, you will have access to all the trainings that our training university. Plus, the other thing is going to be yearly paid members. And if the money you are putting in each month, if you do not make that money that we have given in the past, also the guaranteed, just talk to us, we'll refund your money. Because we know that the trade we are sharing, it brings that at least the $50 or $60, whatever, every month you're getting it, amount of trade we're giving you, we are also measuring that you will make way more money than what you are putting in there. And then when you make money, we are asking donate to our charity. Part of it. We do not ask all of them. Very little. Some people say, we should mandate 10% donations. And no, we do not want to mandate anybody. It has to come from your heart. Okay? Thank you, everyone.